Wow, that's a great way to start the video. God bless him.
I'm more of an ECW kind of commentating.
Oh my gosh. Freaking Joey Styles. Oh my gosh.
And no filter.
And no, people out there, Taz was not an ECW commentator. He was ECW.
Gosh.
Man, the insults back then.
Yeah.
You know, crazy enough, they can still call him that to this day, but they don't. Because, I mean, for Pete's sake, they ride that border on that PG crap. I mean, as much cussing they do now, it's crazy.
Hell, what they did on Raw last night.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Vince is giving a fuck anymore. Ooh. Oh. Just the disrespect.
But yeah, my opinion, and I'm gonna be biased a little bit, but Shawn is the greatest wrestling performer in the ring's ever had. Now, that's not saying he's the best wrestler. He's the best, like, sports entertainer, like, performer-wise. My opinion, The Undertaker is the greatest, like, of all time when it comes to character-wise. Shawn would be the best performer that there ever was. And I'd say probably along the lines like either Benoit or Kurt Angle or something like that is the best technical, like the best actual wrestler. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I'm not, like I said, I know you're not, and I'm not a big fan of Kurt Angle, or not Kurt Angle, but
Jericho.
Jericho's attitude or maybe lifestyle, but I will respect the fact that he is a darn good wrestler, and he is arguably, he should be a first ballot Hall of Fame. I mean, his career is ridiculous.
He will be when he ever stops freaking wrestling, which he needs to.
I just think he's actually sad. I think he's just underrated a little bit because I mean, he's the way he can still evolve his career at this point of his career. I mean, it's amazing, you know.
Yeah.
The fact that he's been wrestling all this time, he's done everything that you could possibly think of, and he still can evolve his career and his character. It's just amazing. I mean, he went from the brash, arrogant, loudmouth to the whiny baby to the the quiet guy, like just telling everyone they're a tapeworm, and then into the scarf guy. But I mean, he was hilarious. You just made the list.
He just made the list.
You definitely made some moments with that. But Jericho,
God, I hate that move.
what, the figure four?
Yes.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Ask Keenan.
The move sucks.
Keenan says his leg is still hurt to this day because I gave him a figure four. And how long ago was that, Nick?
Move hurts with a passion.
And people say wrestling's fake.
It's not fake. It's entertainment.
It
says right in the title, entertainment.
Like literally, if you just a little bit to the left or right, that move can break your leg. I mean, that's the messed up. It's timing and precision to the max right there.
That's why if you're wrestling some rookie, putting that move in, like, oh shit.
Yeah, like Keenan. Keenan's like, yeah. I was like, let me put you in a move. And Keenan started tapping eyes, still had it on a little bit longer.
So there's a lot of moves that can fuck somebody over. I mean, they didn't ban the pile driver for shits and giggles.
And then CM Punk and John Cena, like February edition of Raw in 2013, I want to say. CM Punk's like, no, I'll still pile driver, John. And it's through the rule back.
I'll tell you right now, if this company lets me use it, I'll use that move.
Oh, the pile driver? I think you have to talk with the guy you're wrestling with, but if they allow it, yeah.
Let's see. Shit can go wrong quick.
Oh gosh, dude.
That was fun.
People don't realize the pain. The ring hurts itself. The ring, the ropes are wire just pressuring into your back. People don't realize the pain of that. The ring itself is as hard as concrete, but when you're actually on concrete and you do that crap,
yeah.
And we actually wrestled on carpet before, so we know the pain of it. Like
that tiny little freaking mat. Yeah, that ain't nothing.
Rock bottom the freaking heck out, Robert, on your carpet. Very first move. I just went crazy. I got too excited. It was hilarious. Oh wow, yeah. Look at you. Come on, man. Make it a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, you gotta give for his lower back, remember?
Now, funny fact for you people about Chris Jericho, he actually, working out wise, he only does push-ups. That's it. Push-ups and cardio.
Really?
He used to lift weights all the time so he can be, big and like have a bodybuilding look. Yeah. But I mean, he just doesn't have the genetics for it. I mean, don't get me wrong, he built something, but he just doesn't have the genetics for it.
He's in decent shape.
Decent. But as you saw over the years, how bad he was getting.
Yeah.
So now,
Jesus.
all he does is... But that's why his pecs are so weird looking. But they're not like Scott Steiner. Oh my gosh.
Nobody.
Steinerism.
Scott was big before we started jacking up on juice.
I'm talking about the freaking his pecs, how freaking far apart they are. Terry Crews has got the same problem too. Their pecs is almost into his armpits.
I mean, heck, Rick Steiner was in great shape too.
Oh, dude, Rick. Here's another little fact. Rick Steiner used to military press. That's where you lift the barbell over your head and rep it out with 365 pounds.
I heard about that life.
I mean, that's insane. That's
a lot.
That's
you can't rep me over your head, Cody.
One day.
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I'm at 225 for like 6-7 reps.
We're bragging. A little bragging. We're talking about these?
Oh my gosh.
Talk about these? It's dirty.
Yeah, but let's keep on the match. We've been kind of all going off subject, talking about Terry Crews and Scott Steiner. So when you see this, Nick, what do you think of? First thing you think of?
Cocky, arrogant asshole. Some communication up in there.
But the one thing that right there, do you see it? Right there, he's telling them what to do.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
So anytime they cover their face from the cameras and stuff.
Because that's all actually a strategy when they start talking out to the crowd like that when they're in submission. Yeah. It's the fact to get your mind off thinking that they're doing like they're saying anything.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna criticize them. I mean, they are arguably two of the best in the rings ever had, but I'm just telling it the way it is. He could have, had that DT a little bit better. I don't think it was that great. I think he kind of sold it right before he even, hit the actual match. But if you actually been DDT'd, you won't be moving at all. You will be dead.
That shit sucks. It's no fun.
The guy who brought the DDT to the game itself, Jake Snake Robert, and arguably the greatest psychologist in the history of WWE. Oh my gosh, dude.
When he knocked out Steamboat for real?
No, he would DDT people for real. Like he legitimately drive their freaking head.
Driving your head to that man.
Because he's the one that brought it to the thing, and he had the best DDT. His DDT was a DDT. It was, I'm driving your head into it, and it's gonna look good.
Oh, look at him.
Not as good as the original. And for all those people who don't know, Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler of all time. Probably an Illuminati, though.
Gosh. Take it! I wouldn't trust somebody to do an atomic drop.
Really, you don't even hit their knee. You just sit on it for a second. But it's real, like right there, the backdrop. People thinks it's Shawn Michaels doing all the work. Really, that was literally all Chris Jericho. All Shawn just had to do is guide him through the air. It's literally like when AJ Styles gets backdrop, he knows because he's got that unbelievable athletic ability to throw himself 30 feet in the air.
So this is definitely a teamwork sport.
Oh yeah, it's not a one-man thing.
There we go.
It's definitely human chess. And a lot of people, when it comes to moonsaults, people's like, man, he didn't even barely hit him. It's not their fault. They can't control where they go. Yeah. You have to make sure that you're under the guy and you have to take that hit.
So that's a ballsy move.
Because you gotta catch him. You have to catch him in the air. And sometimes it's hard, especially if you've got like a guy like Rikishi coming at you.
People do actually get hurt here. Broken noses and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Right? I mean, easily. Look at everything they're doing right now. One little mistake, it could end their lives.
Shit, I wish a broken nose would be my least.
Yeah. Be a vegetable, one little slip on the rope.
Unless it's like Joey Mercury.
What happened to Joey Mercury?
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know who that is.
Probably one of the pots, one at least. I
love Northern Lights. It's one good one.
I put that top 10 worst injuries in professional wrestling history.
He just shattered his face. Let's just say that.
He literally shattered his entire face on a ladder.
Like things went south real quick.
Yep. It was his fault though.
Yeah, he didn't position himself right. He didn't protect himself right.
It was his fault. So everybody else protected their face. He straight up took that shot.
And that's why if you actually, for those people out there, well, if I get into wrestling, I'm going to really fight them. Go ahead and see where that gets you. There's a reason why they have to protect themselves in the way they do it. It's because you can't do this stuff in real life. Because you will die. That's the legit truth.
Say, some of these moves, you'll hurt somebody.
So that's why when they say don't do this at home, for those people, I'm actually telling you, don't try this at home. And don't be like Brandon and I, who actually did this stuff at home.
Yeah, well, that's Colton broke his arm.
Yeah.
Them saying don't try this at home was just an invitation for you guys to do that.
Well, I mean, we had a different mindset. We didn't. It's not that we didn't listen to it. We just loved it that much. It was literally all we had in life.
It's our dreams, what we wanted to do.
People had football, people had basketball, people had all that. We had wrestling. That was our hobby. That was our life. HCW.
I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and said the NFL was
Every sport has their rigged moments. Sonny Liston in boxing, that was rigged. That had to do with the mafia. Pacquiao and Floyd, that was rigged. They're saying Conor and Floyd was rigged now.
Yeah, they wrote that in to get money.
I mean, if you were getting paid $100 million, why would you want to give it all you got? I mean, just stay in there, you know?
I was wrestling with a kid Sunday night, could have been a kid with clutch. And he tapped real quick.
Now, this move might be the most simplest, but Jericho was one person who really made this move seem like the move.
Yeah.
And now, there's a very few individuals out there that can really make a simple move, be so great. For example, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. I mean, a splash leg drop and elbow, but they had so much charisma. They oozed it. They knew how to just play the fans, where they can turn anything into the greatest thing ever. The Rock could say Rudy Poo. If I said Rudy Poo to you people out there, to anyone, you'd look at me like, what did you just say? The Rock could say it, and people would be like, ah! Hey, unplug that fan real quick, right behind you.
It is unplugged, isn't it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, can you turn that light off over?
Another simple move that people can make great, freaking the spear.
Oh, God. Now, unless you're Goldberg. Now, Goldberg, back in the original days, he ran through you.
That was just a tackle.
He ran through you.
He didn't do that to his football days.
Or the Gore. Rhino? Dude, he would. Oh, my gosh. You know, Shawn was the best at Sweet Chin Music or at Super Kick, but he was also the best to sell it. And if you can sell your finisher, You know, and what makes Shawn so great, he knew that get you at the edge of your seat and give you goosebumps all the time.
You know who surprisingly had a good super kick? Rikishi.
Yeah, for a 300, 400 pound man. A lot of Samoans like that.
Talk about athletic people, man.
You know, when people, these are professional athletes. I don't care what people say. The things they do on a daily basis, no football player, no soccer, no other sport in the world is a year-long sport and never ends. Every season has an end season and beginning season. This doesn't. This lasts forever.
24/7.
And they put their bodies through this much crap. Like, it could be a sad thing too, because that's why a lot of them revolt to drugs, because it's their only escape from the pain that they have to endure every night. And not just physically, but mentally and spiritually, because they're never around their family. They get to see their family maybe 3 times a year. This, like I said, in order to get in professional wrestling, you have to always loved it since you were little. You have to live. It's have to be your life. You can't just like it. You have to. It has. It's just one of those things, you know. God just has to like implement it into your mind.
You're always on the road.
And when you're on the road, there's a lot of weak minds in wrestling. You know, even those over the top, larger than life people that we look at, they're weak minds. And what I mean by that is, when they're on the road, they party and they do all that stuff.
Nice.
Do cocaine. But yeah, Shawn was really the only guy, in my opinion, that could ever actually make that work well. I've seen so many people do that reversal and just screw it up and never actually hit it right. Shawn was the only guy to actually make it look legit.
That's risky.
And that's what makes Shawn so good. He made everything he ever did was just so crisp. And what I mean by that is he made it look real, you know? Everything. You name me one time that he messed up. And not that was meant to happen. Because Jericho, you know, pushed the ref.
He's a little dramatic with some of his shit, depending on who he's wrestling.
Well, he did it on purpose when he was facing Hulk Hogan in SummerSlam, because they told him that he was he didn't mind Hogan going over, but they wanted to have another match, and Hogan was going to go over him again, if I'm telling the story correctly. A little bit forward, and that could have been it. And again, about simple moves, Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, when they took the elbow. Oh, another thing that people didn't know, Randy Savage and Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage wanted to be the guy to pass the torch to Shawn Michaels. Randy Savage actually wanted his dream match to was with Shawn Michaels back in the early days.
Yeah.
And never got to be happening. But that would have been amazing. Randy Savage and Shawn Michaels, when Shawn was, you know, a heel. Again, look how the fans are going crazy over a simple Boston Crab.
No, it's Walls Jericho.
No, it's the same move. This isn't SmackDown versus Raw. It's the same move. The Rock's father, this was his finisher. If I believe it or not, I don't think I can remember another person that had this finisher before or after, like in the between Jericho and Rocky.
Yeah.
And Shawn, another
thing. Very common submission move.
Again, what I was trying to say about Shawn, why he's the best is because he makes everything look so darn real. I mean, you put him in that move, he looks like he's in agony pain, like it's over, this is it. But you watch him triumph over and just fight through the pain, and that's what gets people on their feet and excited. You know, it's a story. He's a great storyteller.
Oh, fuck. Ow.
And no one could hit the sweet chin music better than he could. There's no one. There's many that have tried and copied, but no one can. And you know, I mean, I know my full intention isn't exactly all the way into the match, but for I've watched this match so many times, these matches, these are a type of matches of what gets wrestling fans even into wrestling. This is what makes people. This is what they want to live for. Is those moments right there? Is when someone kicks out at 2 in front of 54,000 fans on the biggest stage in the mall and having the story that they're having telling in the ring. That's when we were little. That was our. You get what I'm saying? That was. It's just amazing how that one little second.
Oh.
It's over. 1, 2, 3.
I don't like how I did it.
Well, they wanted to surprise the fans, you know. They wanted to be different, you know. They could have went sweet chin music, this and that, but they wanted to show that they two were just so good for each other. They had to actually, you know, do something different, you know.
Yeah, who else did you get to see the kick? Game story.
But you get what I'm saying? Is when they're kicking out at 2, and like it's between 2 over the top characters, people you look up to. It's just that's what people live for, you know. Sadly, for a few seconds.
This is a terrible.
Oh, what happens next?
Yeah, fucking Christian.
Oh my gosh! But it's a great story.
Disrespectful dick.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
But that's one thing you have to respect about Shawn. He'll allow to take that moment in front of all his fans. This was the first WrestleMania he came back since WrestleMania 14 against Stone Cold. This was the first one he came back. And Shawn is such a professional. He's willing to give up his moment to better and continue the story.
Bam!
To make it even better. Nick, you're not going to like what's about to happen.
No, you could see when they were talking, Chris. I'm hitting the nuts. Okay.
But you have to respect Shawn in that aspect.
Yeah.
He's willing to take that storyline and knowing that it's going to continue. This isn't it. This is the end.
Oh, God, man.
I mean, think about this, Brand. You got injured. Let's say you break your back and you're out for wrestling for 5 years and you make a miracle return to the ring when people say it's impossible. And this is your first WrestleMania, which is a Super Bowl for wrestling. You come back and you win the match and it's your big defining moment. Could you honestly tell me that you would give that moment away
No.
to have someone kick you in the,
That's my moment.
private parts? Exactly. But Shawn is that much of a professional. That's why he's so good. That's why he's so great. That's why he's so respected.
Oh, shit.
Was this the Iron Man match? Which was amazing. Which I don't have enough storage for. It is the Iron Man match, ain't it?